Guys, let's stay on the topic of Chimaev. You know, we used to do a weekly piece over here, right? We talk about Chimaev every single week. There's a guy fighting tomorrow night, Rakhmonov. Do you guys know Rakhmonov? Rakhmonov is 15-0. He is wrestling heavy. He is gritty. He will take on anybody. I just described Chimaev, didn't I? Absolutely 100%. If you go on paper and then you even go and watch the footage of these two, this is the same guy. One of them became a media darling. That's Chimaev. One of them has not yet. That's the only difference. And I bring that to you because one of the great marketing experiments that happened absolutely on accident, one of the great marketing experiments in the history of MMA was Chimaev. You fight the sumbitch at 185. He's still out on Fight Island. You bring him back 6 days later for a weigh-in, and you put him in the ring the very next night at a weight class down. He dropped weight out there on Fight Island, trying to rest and relax and bask in the glory. So all of a sudden, he gets two fights, 2 times on television, 2 stoppages, both in the first round, takes a total of 0 strikes. He does this in 7 days. He's a household name. Get him right back in there. He bounces weight classes again. Goes up there with Gerald Merch at 3. It was one of these great things. Then COVID hit. Now, once we got through COVID, I thought, great, let's get right back on the experiment. But that's not what's happening. He's not getting turned around quickly. I am confused as to why. And all I can do is guess. Gilbert Burns isn't getting turned around quickly. Belal Muhammad's not getting turned around as quickly as he would like to. It's one of these things. Where the hell is Masvidal? Where is Covington? What's going on at 170? Now, again, when I tell you I can guess, Rakhmonov's not that far out. He's got the paper. He's got the record. He doesn't have your guys' attention yet. He's now going to be in a co-main event tomorrow. That's the most relevant part of this contest. He's taking on Neil Magny. You guys know him. You kick Neil Magny's ass, you have our attention. You have our respect, for sure. Not a lot of men out there can say they whipped Neil Magny. And it will be how you beat him. If you can run through, if you could finish Neil Magny, I mean, he really has an opportunity. But the fact that he's being propelled into a co-main event, this is a guy I follow. This is a guy I'm a fan of. This is a guy I believe him. I continue to call him Rakhmonov because I don't know his first name. I simply don't know it. I know where he's from. I know the hat that he wears. I don't know his first name. That's his only problem. You bust onto ESPN, the worldwide leader. You're in a co-main spot against a very familiar face to our community in Neil Magny. Everything is different come Monday morning. And as we're trying to get these 70-pounders lined up, and that even includes Chimaev, I think that Rakhmonov is right there. Just bear with me and see that through. Let's say they do a good number. People happen to be watching the show. Great. Let's say he has an awesome performance against Magny. Great. Let's say he moves to 16-0. Great. But let's say he grabs the microphone and he goes full bore on fill in the blank. He will have everybody's attention. If he goes after Gilbert Burns, if he goes after George Masvidal, if he goes after Kevin Holland, or if he goes after Chimaev, we're having a very different conversation on Monday. And I'm only bringing this to your attention because I can't figure out what's going on at 170. I love the weight class. I'm fired up about the weight class. The most clarity I have on 170 pounds is 4 days ago, Dana told somebody that George Masvidal and Colby Covington's legal issue will not stop them from fighting. I thought it was. I thought it was because neither guy has been discussed. Last time I heard Colby Covington's name, it's when Dana goes on the Pat McAfee show to say that the winner of Chimaev and Burns will draw into Colby on the ABC card. I have never heard a dialogue on him since. I've created a few, so I just assumed that case was holding them up. So now that we know that it's not, it's just 2 more pieces on the board that aren't getting matched up. Why? Could only guess. But I do think possibly Rakhmonov is going to be looked at to go into a major spot. If Rakhmonov comes out Monday morning with your guys' attention, your guys' interest, and he comes out red hot, he could go in any direction, guys. Gilbert Burns will say yes to that fight. Chimaev will say yes to that fight. Absolutely. George Masvidal's probably not looking at that fight. He's probably looking at a different name. That could change. So let's see, right? Because all the pieces start to fall into place. All we got to do is get one or two guys matched up. We got a whole board full of 70-pounders. We start getting one or two matched up, it starts to eliminate, it starts to change, and everything can come together real fast. And in light of the fact that we've got Usman and Edwards booked, they're a number of weeks away. We now need a number one contenders fight. That's the way this works. And we've been waiting on something. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing. I'm speculating, but I could be right. I could be close to right. That the result and the reaction by you to Rakhmonov versus Magny might be that piece, the one piece that we're waiting for before everything else comes together. Stay tuned. Let's see how it goes. But remember, I made this prediction.